your collective love reading. Now, as this is a collective reading, not everything will resonate, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you don't find any messages in this for yourself, then please check your other placements where you're likely to find a message in there. Now, this could be a message with regards to a past, present, or a future person. It's whatever spirit wants to bring up. Now, please bear in mind that this could have just happened. You could be going through it, or it could be something that is due to come up. Let's get into this. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Libra with the current love situation? Okay, so the overall energy we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. So very much feeling a lot of generosity here. There's a lot of family ties potentially, a lot of stability, good home. Yeah, great card to have as an overall energy. It does suggest that this as a relationship could very well be something that is very stable. It does suggest that you could potentially see this as being something where you could build a home. If you haven't already, you might already have a home with this person. You could have a family. And it looks as though overall it's a pretty stable, happy home. Or at least it's a home that you're putting a lot of effort into. It does look like there's a lot of effort going into this. There's a lot of care and a lot of time going into it. Or at least it could be seen as though it's going to be something where that happens. Now, in your particular energy, we have an Eight of Wands. So this is telling me very much that you want to communicate with your person. You may have already communicated. You could very well be on the move towards them. You may have already spoke to them, but this is very much a message of passion that's coming out. Yeah, fast movement. Maybe you've moved towards them. Maybe you've moved in with them recently. That could be very much what this happy, stable home is. We do have a justice card, so it does look as though things are very much going in your favour. So it looks as though any message that you may have conveyed, there's been a good decision there. We do have a Five of Waves, so there could have been a little bit of, I want to say a little bit of an abandoning kind of, not so much an abandonment, but there's been a bit of sorrow here. Somebody's feeling a little bit sad about something. So maybe you've moved and it's just made you a little bit, it's like you're in a bit of grief, possibly that you've moved towards something. Could be that maybe this just discard, you might have had to move because of some sort of legal situation. And it's caused you to be a bit sad. It could just be that you've, moved out from like your family home, and that could have caused a little bit of upset there. And we do have a Six of Waves in the reverse. So there could potentially be a little bit of upset actually from the past that's lingering on here. But it does look as though do you know what? It looks to me like you're still a little bit upset about the past, but you want to move forward and you're wanting to move towards this person. Now, it could be that you fell out in the past and you may have gone through a separation or a divorce and you're wanting to move back towards them, possibly looking for some sort of reconciliation because you're going through a bit of grief. It could simply be that there's something that's cropped up from the past. It's brought up some bad memories, but it's something that you've already reconciled, and it's been in your favor there. And you're ready to move forward in the next phase, and you're moving at speed, quite possibly with a lot of passion towards someone. Now, in your person's energy, they've got the Page of Swords. So they're just sitting waiting at the moment. They're very much watching you, possibly doing some investigation. There could potentially be a bit of a message that they want to give to you as well. They just haven't done it yet. See how they're very much holding on to that arrow, ready to release it, but they're not releasing it just yet. They're very much taking aim. It's not a bad aim. It could mean that they're just waiting, biding their time. And it could just be that they're biding the time because you've been going through something. And it could very well be that they're seeing that you've been going through something. Let's get some clarification of that. Yeah, see, we've got a star card here, so they're very much hoping and wishing for things to go their way. They're waiting for some healing to have happened. They're very healed themselves, and they do feel like this could be a good match. We have the judgment as well. So, I mean, this could very well be some reconciliation going on because the judgment is a final decision with regards to something. Sometimes it can be reconciliation. Doesn't have to be. It could very much just mean that they've made a decision that they want to move towards you, that they see you being their wish come true. Now, we do have the Eight of Torches in the reverse here, which tells me that there isn't any movement that's happening, which coincides with that, Page of Wands there, very much, sorry, Page of Swords, very much sitting, waiting. This is sitting, waiting, potential. I mean, there could have been some miscommunication possibly, but to me, this looks very much like they're waiting for you to approach them. Yeah, it does potentially look like there's some reconciliation going, or possibly reconciliation here. Or, like I say, they've made a decision about something that has to do with you, but they are waiting for you to approach them. Very much so. There's a Seven of Cups here on how you're viewing the relationship, and it is something very much that you want. You know that it's good for you. Yeah, it's like you've checked out your options, you've made your choice. This is your choice. You see this as being your your choice. Let's get some clarification on that. I've got a Two of Torches here. So you see it being a very successful partnership. You feel like it's going to be something that's going to come to fruition. You already put a lot of work into this as well. We do have the Nine of Clouds in the reverse. So there has been a lot of potential anxiety, maybe some sleepless nights, possibly some depression about this. But it is coming out of, there's been some realizations going on here. And here we have the Princess of Waves. So very much a message of compassion, a message of love, an apology potentially. Um, but yeah, that Princess of Waves is very much, it's like an energy of starting fresh, trying to look at it from a new perspective. But there's definitely a lot of love here. Hmm. Now, in your challenge position, we do have, what's the Strength card? I'm sure, no, I'm going mad now. The Hangman. It's all right. I'm just looking at it thinking, why on earth? Obviously, the Strength card, you've usually got somebody with lions. She's obviously just got two cats down there, and the Hangman's in the back. But yeah, so you've got the Hangman as the challenge. So very much not potentially looking at things from other people's perspectives, being stuck, possibly being selfish. I think it's probably more to do with a lack of communication and a lack of movement, to be completely honest with you. Somebody might be being a little bit stubborn. I mean, the two cats on there do suggest that there's a bit of balance and harmony that's needed potentially. It's like the yin yang, yin yang definitely needs to be a bit of balance that's found here. We've got a Seven of Torches, so somebody's doing a lot of standing up for themselves. So it could be a little bit of defensiveness, a little bit of selfishness, and like I say, not looking at things from another perspective, very much being in defense all the time. We do have a King of Stones, so there is definitely here the possibility of stability. Now, what I'm seeing here as well, because we do also have a Six of Stones, I'm wondering, or to me, it looks as though part of this, if if this is something where you've separated and you're coming back together, it looks to me as though finances are heavily weighted on one particular person and things are not evenly distributed. And that could be part of the challenge. If it's not to do with finances being evenly distributed, it is to do with the workload itself. So potentially the emotional workload wasn't balanced out. Someone could have been doing all of the emotional heavy lifting as well as all of the housework and all of the other heavy lifting, especially if you've got a family. And this Queen of Pentacles is very much a mother figure. I mean, she's even got a little baby there, which is blessing, or it could even be her child. It does suggest to me that there could be a big imbalance here where somebody is not reciprocating or hasn't been reciprocating and hasn't been putting as much in as the other person, but they're being very standoffish. It's like they don't want to see that. They're only seeing it from their perspective and not someone else's. So it looks to me as though the challenge is getting someone to see it from another person's perspective, being open to the possibility that, you know, somebody else's opinion is just as valid, very much giving that validation to someone that it's not all one person's way and it's not all one person's job. Let's face it, if you want a good partnership, it has to be equally fair. You need reciprocation. It can't be all on one person, otherwise it's not a relationship. I mean, it is, but it's a very unfair and balanced one that, it just causes toxicity. To me here, it does look as though that is very much the challenge. Now, if this is a new relationship, everything around it screaming it's not. If it is a new relationship, then the challenge is that somebody doesn't know if finances and effort will be reciprocated. And they're struggling to see how this would work as a relationship. Now, in the outcome, we have the Fool in the reverse. So this is very much, I mean, it can be hesitation, but I feel it's more along the lines of somebody is going to be using their head, not so much following their heart or their intuition here. They're going to be following their head for what do they feel is going to be better for them long term, logically, not what are your emotions dictating. I mean, we do have an Ace of Torches, so there is a new beginning here, a lot of passion. We have a Three of Torches as well. So still, there's some patience going on here. Somebody's still waiting for things to, so there could be still some hesitation. And we have an Ace of Clouds, so there's definitely some communication here. There's a lot of new in this outcome. Um, Somebody's very much still waiting for something to come forward. To me, it looks as though they're still waiting for some communication, some sort of apology potentially. There could be a lot of passion and a very new start, but an apology hasn't happened. So they're very hesitant to jump into it and rush. It looks as though they're very much waiting to see how something's going. So it could very well be maybe you do get into this and the apology that you might have been expecting hasn't happened, or it could be that you were due to give an apology and you don't at the end of this. Whoever's not had the apology is literally waiting to see if an apology comes. They're very much hesitating. You could find that they might give it a week, a month, and possibly 3 months. And if they don't get an apology, yeah, I don't know. It might not go very far because with the torches, that passion can easily fizzle out. And there's only so long that somebody will be willing to wait. And that's very much why they're hesitating. They don't know how to move forward yet. They're very much hesitating, and it does look as though it's down to waiting for an apology. Now, the energies that you've got out here, we have got Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, more Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. We've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have also got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So a good chunk of Earth and a bit of air in there. Let's see if there's any more zodiacs that want to come out. It's Capricorn, so another Earth. There's Pisces, Leo. What's that? Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of air energy in there. Just in case any of you needed it for confirmation. Not that it matters. If your person isn't any of those and the reading resonates for you, then it is still a reading for you. Let's get you some romance angels. Okay, so we've got give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, remember me saying here in this challenge about somebody is potentially relying on one person. That can be a big sign of codependency. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Libra. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, don't forget to press subscribe. And if you press that notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck.